In this video, I'm going to talk about what my exact plan is to achieve superhuman intelligence. So in my first video, you would have seen that I've already increased my IQ by 13 points, but my goal overall is to achieve an IQ of around about 190 to 200. So basically, I want to be the most intelligent person in the world, which would be around about a 190 to 200 IQ. Based on the last time I tested my IQ, I was 149. That was in March of 2021. That's an increase from 136. My plan now to keep increasing my IQ from 149 up to 190 to around about 200 is kind of a 4-step plan. So the first part of my plan is to keep doing what I was doing before, which is the brain training. So if you haven't watched my first video, I suggest you go back and watch that one. By doing that brain training, that's how I increased my IQ by 13 points to begin with. And I'm pretty sure I haven't maxed out the gains on that yet. If you want, I can share a few graphs of my progress in that brain training, and it kind of shows that the gains are possibly unlimited, but they definitely slow down. Like, it's definitely diminishing returns from doing that form of brain training, but I haven't maxed out the returns from that yet. So the first part of my plan is to keep doing that brain training. So I currently do around about 200 hours of that brain training per year. So the first part of my plan is to keep doing that for at least another couple of years. So I want to get to around about 5 years in total of brain training. So I've almost done 3 years now. And then after 5 years, I might reevaluate and see if I'm still getting gains from that type of brain training. That's the first part of my plan. The second part of my plan is to really focus on my diet and making sure that's really on point to maximize my mental performance. So in my second video, I pointed out 3 key micronutrients that most people are missing that really impact your mental performance. That if you're not getting those 3, then your mental performance is around about 10 to 20% lower by my own experience. But there's also many other different types of micronutrients and things that I haven't tried or I'm still in the process of trying. So basically, I want to optimize my diet as much as possible for mental performance. And based on the first couple of micronutrients that I found, mostly choline and phosphatidylserine, they had a huge impact on my mental performance. And I'm pretty sure there's more micronutrients out there that I might not have noticed, I'm missing, that will boost my mental performance by quite a lot. So I'm still on the search for some of those. I'm still kind of looking at my diet, trying to optimize it as much as possible. So that's kind of the second step. The third step in my plan to achieve superhuman intelligence is to look at all the different nootropics that are out there at the moment and kind of experiment with what works for me and what will work in combination with the brain training I'm already doing. So in general, I'm not that much of a fan of nootropics because I think most of them, you take it and then you might get a short-term benefit of a few hours where your mental performance is a little bit better. But I don't really want to have to take a nootropic every time I want to have optimal mental performance. Basically, I want to only take nootropics that will help me get long-term optimal mental performance. So basically things that will complement the brain training. So I kind of see nootropics as kind of like a steroid for my brain, something that will help me with the brain training. In the same way that actual steroids will help you to build muscle if you're already going to the gym, I kind of see the brain training and the nootropics as a really good combination to go together. Like, for example, if you're trying to build muscle, if you're going to the gym on a regular basis, but your diet isn't that good and you're not taking steroids, you won't actually build that much muscle. But if you're going to the gym and your diet is on point and you're taking steroids, you will gain a massive amount of muscle. So that's kind of the same principle that I'm using for optimizing my mental performance to achieve superhuman levels of intelligence. So I'm going to combine the brain training with optimal diet and then combine it with nootropics that will enhance the brain training. And the fourth part of my plan to achieve superhuman levels of intelligence is to optimize my fitness, so my cardiovascular fitness. So there's been plenty of studies out there that have shown that basically the fitter you are, the better your mental performance. I've proven that for myself as well because I track all my data. I've got an Oura ring, which you can see here, and that tracks my sleep data, it tracks my resting heart rate, it tracks my heart rate variability. And I've seen from my own data that when my resting heart rate is lower, my mental performance is higher. And when my HRV is higher, my mental performance is higher. So basically, the fitter I can get myself, the better my mental performance. So my goal is to basically become as fit as I possibly can. I want to be like pro athlete level fitness. So kind of my measuring stick for that is my resting heart rate overnight. And my goal is to get my resting heart rate around about 40 beats per minute, which is around about a pro athlete level of fitness. That's kind of the fourth step in my 4-step plan to achieve superhuman intelligence. So basically, if I can get these 4 steps right, my training will be on point. My diet will be on point for mental performance. I'll be taking the optimal nootropics to enhance my training, and also my fitness will be at a peak level, which will help me achieve peak mental performance. it will help me achieve superhuman levels of intelligence. By some people's estimates, probably I've already achieved some level of superhuman intelligence at an IQ of 149. But yeah, for me, that is nowhere near enough. So I'm definitely targeting 190 to 200 IQ. I want that number one spot in the world, the number one intelligence in the world. The reason why I want this number one spot is because then, once I've achieved that, then I'm going to go out and start competing at making money. So I could try and make as much money as I possibly could right now at a 149 IQ, but why not wait until I'm a 190 to 200 IQ and then go out and crush it. So if you like the content, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll keep you updated with all the things I'm looking at to increase my intelligence. Anything I find, anything I'm trying, anything that didn't work, I'll keep you guys updated on this channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.